and our second team playing in MLS Next Pro to be training at an elite level. Doing that gives an exclusive space now to our first team. So we have space now to focus on recovery and also to train at an elite level with high altitude chamber and the like.
When will those open?
That'll open at the beginning of the calendar year, January 26th.
Okay.
Dimitrios, if you could just fast forward a little bit to next summer.
Yeah.
What are international teams like, depending on the draw in December?
Yeah, of course.
What are they walking into?
So they're going to be walking into an exclusive space that has 2 grass pitches, full size, full locker rooms, meeting spaces. They're going to have a full gym, full treatment room, a full hydrotherapy room. They're going to have a media conference room, an interview room, and they're going to have office space for not just the technical staff, but also their front office staff that comes in. So essentially, they're going to have a full service training facility at their disposal.
How many countries
have you had any conversations yet? I know we're still on the job.
Yeah. So we've had a number of federations already come and visit, but to be clear, as part of a tour, they're visiting a lot of different sites. So they're just doing the reconnaissance work right now. But I imagine come December, right after the draw, we're going to have a lot of people knocking on there.
Did you get feedback from those federations?
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback. I won't tell you which federations, but they said if we're on the East Coast, this is our facility.
Is there a rental? Or do you just let them allow it for free?
There's a rental fee, but that's set. I would love to say we set it. No, that's FIFA that sets it.
Okay.
So that FIFA manages that. You guys have to think of it like it's almost like medical school matching. So the federations list their rankings, 1 through however, and then FIFA goes and matches the federations with particular sites. So that's out of our hands.
What other national training centers inspired some of this stuff so y'all can prepare for World Cup and the twos and everything else?
Good question. Well, our own facility is what we modeled. We essentially said we're going to create a smaller version of our facility connected to our facility, right? So, and not by coincidence, it was for our team first and foremost. So we weren't doing this thinking about, who can we host? That was the gravy. That was the addition to building this facility. First and foremost, it's about our club, how we can help stay at the epicenter of soccer globally.
How important is the studio as well, especially in helping continue to tell the story of Atlanta United?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the studio is I would say like a crown jewel of our facility, right? Because listen, what we have found is if you want to get high quality content with your players and staff, it needs to be at the facility. You can't ask a player, hey, I want to take you, 45 minutes across town to go do this content. Here, the player walks off the pitch. They might keep their boots on and go straight into the studio. Now, some of my colleagues might get mad if they keep their boots on, but that's all about ease of access. So removing those obstacles and having them walk into not just any space, but the best space you could imagine for studio content creation.
What specific pain points for Atlanta United does the expansion address and the possibilities of what can be going forward?
Yeah, so I had mentioned before the idea of creating exclusive spaces, not just for our development system, but also for our first team, right? So in the past, what we were having is we have an amazing gym, but there was stacking teams. Our first team obviously has priority, but then there would be our second team and we'd have the academies train afterwards. Now it's about, hey, if you are in our development system, you're in a different space. This is about creating for the first team an identity that is exclusive to them. You have to earn that spot on the team to be in that space.
The original budget was 23 and it came in at 25.
Yeah.
What was the $2 million?
Oh, the $2 million is what we like to call contingency. So that was, listen, surprise, guys. That was always in the plan. I would have loved to say that we weren't going to use contingency, but we always knew it was going to be there. So that's the reason for the 23 to 25.
Skate talked about the classrooms and helping provide education to the young players.
Yeah.
How important is that to the club?
It's super important. Actually, this is something that we were talking about, the renovations that will kick in January 26th. So that's part of the renovations where we're going to take what was old office space dedicated to the academy. We're going to turn that into classrooms. One big classroom that is able to divide into 3 separate classrooms. It is essential for our high school age players from U15 to U18. We have a strong partnership with Atlanta International School where We make sure that all of our high school age players are getting GEDs while they're training with us. And listen, guys, anyone who's gone through high school knows that if you need to be in class on time, and having somebody have to train here in the morning and then get in a car, get in a bus, and travel to school is not easy. So we're going to make sure that they can step out, rinse off from their training in the morning, and go straight into the classroom at our facility.
Just to get a sense of the timeline, do you remember when the ideation process for this first started?
Oh yeah, listen guys, I joined in 22. We were talking about it in 22, about what this would look like if we could do it. And this wasn't something that we could do on our own. We needed to do that with obviously the support of A&B Sports and Entertainment, but we couldn't have done it without Emory Healthcare either. That was an essential part of our ability to put this vision in place.
Can you detail a little bit about their involvement in this? Is it just an investment, a monetary investment?
No. This is a long-term partnership, and it's a dynamic one because it's not a traditional corporate partnership. I come from the technical side. I'd say the technical side is maybe the most important part of this partnership because they provide now our chief medical officer and the medical support, and that is to make sure our players are not just healthy, but they're playing at peak performance consistently. And having what is one of the preeminent national healthcare providers in the country here as our partner is outstanding. It's essential to getting this done.
Did this fulfill kind of Garth's vision for what he wanted to do with this?
Well, he has a number of visions. Which part of the vision are you talking about?
Just the expansion of the training ground. He said that was one of the first things when he was hired, talked about, that wanted to execute.
Yeah, listen, so and Garth and Chris we've been consistent in talking about how important our academy and our development system is. And we have some of the best coaches in the nation. We have some of the best trainers in the nation for our youth. But what we needed was the facilities, the elite facilities, to go along with that elite staff. And now that we have that, we are extremely ambitious of what we can create. If you talk to Javier Perez, our head of the academy, he'll tell you at every age group we've had representation in the U.S. national team. That is not usual for any team in this country, in particular in MLS. So we are very proud of that. With U.S. soccer in our backyard, we anticipate to continue that trend.
As far as the design,